I'm Tori, Blue Eye's great-granddaughter. She got this invitation from you guys in the mail today. And here she is. Lazy.
Hello. Thank you for the invitation to the Chaffin reunion. It'll be on the 3rd of September, 2005 at Paul and Kim's house in a place called Hillbolton, Ohio. And that's probably near Columbus. You all can tell me about it sometime.
Come on, can you hear me?
I truly appreciate you all inviting me. And I really want to be there, so I want to join you just for a few minutes, so bear with me. I have Jasmine here, that she's a great-granddaughter, that she's really... Maybe, will you come and sit with Grandma while I talk? That might be the thing we can do. We just sit here and talk. So just hang on there a minute.
I like you too.
Again, I thank you for letting me join you. Something I've really looked forward to doing for years, and this is the first time I've figured out a way to be there, so just hang in there. Paul and Kim, did you cook today? I bet you've got food all over the place. But and Ruby's probably had to bring something if she made it in a dishpan. She always had to make such big amounts, and it didn't last long with that. She's had a lot of experience.
Grandma, I'm trying to talk too. I want to talk
Jasmine, you want to talk first? Yeah, you talk first.
What?
Well, I'm waiting for you to talk. See, Jasmine likes to talk. She'll tell you about it.
She's my little sister.
And we've all had those at some time or another. The older you get, the more you enjoy them. Oh, I can remember how.
Grandma, I want to talk.
Well,
What?
what's your name?
Jasmine.
Jasmine what?
I'm
It's
How old
close
are you,
enough. Her
Jasmine?
name is Kyle. She's 3. Oh.
Wow.
And yes, are you going through the terrible threes?
And then I happened, and then I will, and my mother got died.
Okay. You want to go watch cartoons in Grandma's room?
No thanks. That was good. That was fun.
Hello there. It's good to see you all.
Come on, Grandma.
Well, I thought that you'd rest, but I guess she's not. Maybe we just need to use the other one. We're going to hang in here until we get it right. Last time we rattled candy. This time we're in the talking mood. But let's see, where was I? I was talking to Paul and Kim about cooking. Maxine always cooks a lot too. She's good. Her and Ray's made a real good couple, and I'm proud of you. Ray, I didn't think you'd ever make it. I hope Jack's children are there today. And Wayne. You know, when Jack died, I sent Wayne $50. And I had the wrong address. I came back. I got the address from Jack Cooper. I said, I should have known better. But anyway, it came back and I was broke and I spent it. You all would have done that, wouldn't you? And even Wayne would understand that. Ruby, how's the girls doing? They must live so far away that I never hear from them anymore. About as often as I hear from you, come to think about it. Okay. Jack's children? I bet they've got children of their own. Possibly even some grandchildren. Corky? Seems to me like Corky had already got married or close to it or something. Of course, I know he don't know who I am, but I remember him quite well. And then there was a Gary, There's Tom. Oh, it's hard to go back that many years and remember everybody. Rhonda. Just don't come to me, but now as I sit and talk, I will think of them eventually. It's really nice that you all sent me an invitation. I really want to be there, and now I'm repeating myself. And as you see, Jasmine's already put stickers on all of my invitation here. I really am proud of that. I'll be looking for another one if you all let me join you again. I'll try not to be too brittle with you, too abrupt. But I tell you what, if them young kids wants to know something, I can sure answer their questions, I'll bet you. I don't know where you want me to tell them. But I think it's something they could be real proud of. I hope some of that musical talent and singing has rubbed off on some of the Chandler grandchildren, because I'm sure that their mother was all my lunch.
She looks like Jasmine's been up at McDonald's again.
Yeah, she likes to go to McDonald's, don't she?
She likes to play on their playground.
Yeah.
And she likes to go to Ashley Furniture and play at the kids' corner.
Oh, I didn't know they had a kids' corner. Well, let's see. Who can I talk about? I live here in Valley Gardens community here in Huntsville. It's a little, we call ourselves a community, and that's because the landlord calls it a community. But we're about 230 families, so kind of like being up at Hubble. We don't have a ball diamond, though.
Hi, Grandma.
Hi, Jasmine. But anyway, I live here. It's 3702 10th Avenue, apartment D is in David.
Over here.
And I'm having a hard time.
Oh, wait. No, one thing. What?
I just cannot think of it. I'm not going to be able to do it. Hello, I'm Blue Eyes. See my newspaper? It says the weekend of food. I'll know what something that will go with it. I got an invitation to the Chaffin reunion, and it's going to be in, I start to say Columbus, but it's Kim Bolton, but it's got to be near Columbus. It's going to be at Paul and Kim's house, and I have an invitation, and I think it's just wonderful that you've invited me, and that I really am going to join you today. It tells me to bring no alcoholic beverages, which I don't want anyway. And it says to bring a lawn chair, but if I bring anything, it'd have to be a wheelchair, because I never get out of a lawn chair. If I got in it, I wouldn't be able to get out of it. James bought a Corvette in 1999, and he told me if I could get out of it, that he'd let me in it. You know, I've not been in it yet, so we're keep trying. There's one thing about it, he only takes one person, so I don't feel real slighted when he takes everybody else, because he can't even take his own family. But it's precious. I do thank you so much for the invitation. And I remember the Chaffins mostly for their singing ability, their guitar picking. And yeah, it was good. It really gets your attention. You can do that for several hours and never want them to quit. But I can remember Arbutus and Mildred. And I can see their faces, can't remember their names, but there's one I'm trying to think of, Peachy and Roscoe. See, my mind's just not in the Alzheimer's effect yet, but it's it's slowing down. But what kind of food y'all fixed today? Some fried chicken from Kentucky Fried Chicken? No? I'll bet you've got a lot of it, everywhere it is. But Ruby's going to make some dressing there. She'll probably mix it up in a dishpan. That way she won't have enough to go around. She does the best she can, but there's always just not enough to go. But Maxine's a good cook. Barb and Arthur, I don't know whether they can cook or not, but they can always show up when you want them to. And I appreciate you being there every trip. I always get a hug from both of you, and the one from Arthur is very special. I wonder about Jack's children. Wish I could keep up with them. I wonder about Wayne too. I'm going to say this one more time and then I'm not going to say it again. I sent him $50 when Jack died and addressed it, and it came back to me as the wrong address, and I got the address off Jack Cooper. I should have known better. But anyway, when it came back, I was broke, so I spent it. And any one of you all would have done the same thing. So I just tell you what I done with it. Don't remember now. But I don't know if Barbara brought it with her or not, but she's got a picture floating around. It was in the Hamlin paper. Frank Stanley's ball team had some real good pictures in it, but Jeannie tried to name them all, and she got the names confused. She made Jerry Kaiser a Godfrey, and Larry McClellan was a Godfrey. And one of the Godfrey boys turned out to be Larry McClellan, but the one of Paul and Carlos was just absolutely fabulous. So if and when I can get this all switched around, I want all of you to have a copy of it, and the ones that I might not know, names and addresses, if you'll just write me a note. It's 3702, Apartment D, 10th Avenue, Huntsville, Alabama, 35805. Now, I really want you all to have a picture of this because they were such beautiful kids. I can't say that Audrey and Eugene looked as pretty as the paper made them look, but I tell you that Eugene was a handsome young man, if you go according to the looks then. I don't remember that, but that's what being a Dillon gets for you, I guess. But well, let's see what's going on in my life. Hearing aid and a set of false teeth, new eyeglasses every once in a while, and as you've probably been pointed out to you, I've got a cane. In fact, I've got two canes. Marcia, my brother's wife, gave me one of them, and I keep it in the trunk of the car. About the only time I use it when I go to the grave to see John. And that's so I won't fall on that uneven ground. And then Maggie got me one that says on the side of it not to use it in wet weather. But that's Maggie for you, right? But anyway, I do use them. The doctor suggested I use them all the time, but in this one-bedroom apartment, the wall's not very far away, so why should I carry it? I do have dizzy spells that get real bad sometimes. You know, I can think of so many things to say, and I get sentimental. James has been working real hard. He just bought a new house. His wife's name is Kim, by the way. I don't think I've even mentioned her, and she has an older son, Dustin. And then we have Victoria and Jasmine. Victoria's been in Adkin since the 5th day of April, 2005. She's a little older. She'll be 10 in September. Jasmine's going to be 4. Is she going to come out of those terrible 3s? She's going to be 4 in November. So we just run around. We don't do much, and I'm pretty involved with my church. We're trying to build a new church, and we're getting there. But if y'all ever get into that, if you haven't, just try to get more members and more money, because that's all it takes. There's a lot of elbow grease, but not enough volunteers. That's what usually happens, I think. But anyway, it is a nice growing church. It's well blessed. And I wish you all could be there. Surprise me some Sunday and just show up. You won't be disappointed. Had this lady that came by, her name was Elaine Pettit. And she had, we called it a revival, it only lasted 4 days. She's on an evangelistic role, or whatever they call themselves, but anyway, she goes from place to place and town to town. She's not been a Beth Moore, and she's not been a Billy Graham, but she had some good sermons. She preached more about hell than she did about heaven, so I think that got our attention too. You know, that don't come up real often. we always thought there was only two places to go, and that was heaven and hell in Columbus. So you know how that goes. I mean, here I am stuck back in this little town, and I still think there's heaven and a hell. And I've heard of Columbus. Had a letter from Tootsie Parker. She recently lost a daughter to cancer. And her husband now, I believe it's her third husband, might be her fourth, but he's in his 90s. And she's a good caregiver. She truly is. She does a good job with this man. But he was the daughter's father-in-law. So it turned out to be kind of in the family type thing. But I don't see anybody else much. I talked to that Phyllis Hill, Shirley and Maddie's. She writes for the Hamlin paper. If y'all see her name is Phyllis Stowers. That she is Phyllis Hill. And she sends in these old pictures that I was telling you about. She's the one that digs these old pictures up that I talked about Frank Stanley's ball team. I guess we still played Cape Branch back then. I can't remember all the teams that they played. Of course, I think it was the year 1947 or something like that. So even I can't go back too much further than that. But Jeannie's still up in Kentucky. Guess she's up there to stay. And her house was on the sale, and it sold very fast. I think it was only on the market for 3 days before she bought it. And I think it was wonderful that it sold so quickly, especially while the people could still get in there and enjoy the swimming pool, which was a good selling factor, I'm sure. But we just don't know what's going to take place. But James is in a new house, and he's got plenty of room for everybody. He's even got storage space now that he didn't have in the other house. He might have room for everybody if they show up. He likes to go to Lincoln County and have family reunions for the Adkinses. But there's so many Adkinses, none of them don't know who they're related to, so they're not bad to show up either, you know. But he's had some people. And if he gets out on the internet and advertises, I think he's had people even from Colorado or someplace, you know. And maybe from Massachusetts, I mean, because there's still Adkinses all over. And he does enjoy doing that, but for the last year, I think this summer is supposed to be the first time he's skipped it. But we've had he's wrote a book on genealogy. And like I said, he's still on the Adkinses, but now he knows that he's got another side of the family, and he'll work on that one too. But I'll tell you what, his life's cut out for him with his family, but he just don't know what he's missing if he didn't have it. And he don't know what I would have missed without it. So you all go ahead and enjoy your day. I won't eat much, but I want you all to join in together. I love you.
Were you done?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have to